All right.
Sit your ass down.
You need to sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. And sit your ass down.
Yes! This is the special time of the week where we want to tap someone for being stupid. They do a lot of good things, but sometimes you start smiling yourself, start feeling yourself, start believing your own hype, and you need to be tapped on the shoulder. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Please sit your ass down. And since this is all fantasy football related, no more deserving this week. We kind of alluded to this earlier. Of the sit your ass down. Mr. Antonio Brown, wide receiver of the Oakland Raiders. Now, this story has evolved so much. It's still sit your ass down worthy, but it just evolved since we kind of pegged it. Let me just give you the gist of it. The reason he's getting you sit your ass down. Wide receiver Antonio Brown has told the Oakland Raiders he will never play football again. He will retire unless he can wear his old helmet, league sources told ESPN on Friday. Antonio Brown had a 2-hour conference call with an independent arbitrator on Friday, sources say, to argue why he should wear his 10-year-old helmet.
What team is the...
There's more. There's hold on. Let's wait. He is thought, his thought to be using the same helmet. Since he used the same helmet his whole career, the arbitrator for the grievances is called by league officials, player representatives from the NFLPA representatives in Philadelphia told ESPN. A decision could come as early as next week, and we'll give an update because they made their decision. Sources said Brown wants to wear the helmet he prefers, not one of the newer model helmets that the league rule mandates. We'll put a little pin in that. League sources says Brown believes that the new certified helmet protrudes out and interferes with his vision as he catches the football. The Raiders have been sending Brown other approved helmets to wear, but at this time he's not interested in wearing any of them. He has appealed to refer the internal debate about walking away from football as a whole by posting Friday's Instagram caption paraphrasing the 2002 movie Paid in Full. Good pop culture reference being 2002's Paid in Full. Great movie. Now, since that story was released, the NFL arbitrator has denied him. It says, dude, you got to wear the regular helmet. Excuse me. The Raiders backed him up and says whatever he wants to do is whatever he wants to do. I get what the Raiders are doing. They put so much money into him. We're going to back you no matter what. And then the NFLPA denied him, said, dude, you got to wear the new helmets. The reason you got to wear the new helmets is because there's a safety concern with them. Because if you're wearing the old 10-year-old helmet, they don't meet up to the standards today. And in the last 10 years, there's been diagnoses such as CTE, there's been a lot, pretty much, to say, like, look, these are hopefully
they made the helmets the way they are.
Way safer.
They're tired of getting sued for players having CTE.
If that is the case. Or they want to prevent you from having any type of disease like that. So there have been a couple people who filed grievances with it, but at the end of the day, they know they had to do it. Some Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Tom Brady had to give up his helmet. He said, "I wore this in 2 Super Bowls. However, I like my long-term health. It sucks, but let me go and get a new one." And now Antonio Brown, who threatened his entire, hey, I'm retiring right now if I don't have it.
They could custom make him a helmet.
Which they have, and they sent several versions of the copy. This all goes back to saying, man, sit your ass down. Like,
if you don't let me play in my helmet, I'm gonna quit. Okay.
Here's the deal.
So if they have new helmets, I have a question. I have to write this question out so I don't forget.
Okay.
If they realistically let him wear this helmet for 10 years, and these new helmets and the CTE, that's not new. How did he get away with wearing it for the past 10 years?
Because
nobody challenged him on it?
No, it's not that. It's just over time, as time develops, they wanted to find new things. So this helmet they go by like degrees.
Mhm.
Red meaning over 10 years. We have no data for it.
Mhm.
Like orange, green. It's like degrees of severity.
Okay.
And much like anything else, sort of like how
That's my next point now, because you know I be forgetting stuff.
much like how car seats, like
Yes,
we have a
they,
child have
they expire.
they
Car
ex-
seats have for those who don't know, to keep your baby safe, car seats expire like 3 to 5 years after the
exactly.
date you buy them. So
So if it's 3 to 5 years after the date you buy them, what do you think a helmet is doing? A helmet that takes impact on every snap of every down. So yeah, you may need a new helmet. It's just, if anything, wear and tear. And if you're using the same helmet from 10 years ago,
mhm.
one can argue.
Was you using it in high school? Nigga?
No. He was with the Steelers around there.
10 years?
But
How old is Antonio Brown? He like still in his 20s, ain't he?
no, he's early 30s. But
He's
my
like
my whole
28.
point is,
I had another question. I have another point.
go on.
If I was the NFL equipment people and all that, I would make him sign a waiver saying that you cannot sue us if you get this.
Oh, that was another part of the story. Well, he did say that he'd sign a waiver, he'd sign whatever. However, his safety is involved.
Oh well, you don't care about your safety, neither do we.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Other people do care. Namely, the Oakland Raiders. Like, hey, you know, we still tied. We still got a lot of fucking money in you. So so you just made this big controversy in Pittsburgh. You moved to Oakland. You get this big payday. At the end of the day, you're still an employee of the NFL. You have to follow the rules of the NFLPA, mainly because that's who's paying you the money that you begged for in the off season. This is not your first sit your ass down, and unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna be your last. So for right now, at least until
He
draft
still got
day.
that blonde mustache.
Yes,
Well, he can double sit down.
at least until draft day. One could argue that the effects of your old
You don't know
helmet
what's
has
gonna
already
see.
taken place.
You and that blonde mustache out here in these streets.
But for right now, or at least until after draft day, man, sit your ass down.
Yikes.
So that's pretty.